Morning everyone, welcome to your English class today. Today we will continue with children at work, what we had done yesterday. So far we have learned about Velu and how he had run away from home. We did not come to know why he ran away from home. In today's lesson you will come to know why he ran away from home. So anyway, he's run away from home. He went by Kanyakumari Express to Chennai. He left home, he walked for one day, then he reached Kannur, and from Kannur he took a train, Kanyakumari Express, and now he is in the station at Chennai Central, at the station there. And now we find him sitting on a bench, not knowing what to do, where to go, and he was also feeling very hungry. He has a big bundle with him in which he is carrying some of his things, a shirt, a comb, something like that he is carrying in his bundle, and he is not able to sleep. He tried sleeping on the train, but he wasn't able to sleep because people were there making noise. And so now he's sitting on the bench at the station, not knowing what to do. Next to him there are people also there, and there are many people there in the station. He's never seen so many people in his life. Here he is seeing them. He only used to see people in the fair, in the mela of his village. There he used to see once a year, twice a year. He used to see many people in the mela. After that, now only he is seeing so many people at this place. People are bumping against him, hitting him, and he is just trying to understand what is happening around him. He's just a small little boy. Okay, so his name is Velu and he is just 11 years old. Today I am continuing the lesson, but I am not completing it today. I am just completing part 1, after which you have a comprehension check. Yes, so you will do those comprehension check as homework. You have 5 questions there for comprehension check. I have also mentioned or given or explained the answers to you in this video till the end. You must watch it till the end. Only if you watch you will know what to do. Some of you are submitting me extra homework which I have not even asked for. You all are submitting to me, so please don't do that. Please watch the videos nicely and try to understand it. If you have any problem, you call me or ask me. But then today's homework is comprehension check. You will continue from where you had finished yesterday. Please do your homework date wise. Mention your date, every date that I give you, mention your date at the corner somewhere, and so that you will also know what is to be done. Okay, so take care and continue with the video, the explanation of the next few paragraphs. Okay. So, as Velu was sitting on the bench, a group of men were sitting next to him and playing cards, and they were shouting all night. Suddenly, Velu heard a voice. "Hey, what? New to town, eh?" called out a rough voice, a rough kind of voice. Not a very smooth or not a very gentle voice, a very rough kind of voice. "Hey, what? New in town?" Velu opened his eyes. Remember, he had his eyes closed on his knees. Velu opened his eyes. There were a lot of people standing around, but nobody was looking at him. He looked around to see who said that, but then he could not see anyone standing around him. "Here, hey!" Again he heard that voice. He turned around. Behind him was a girl around his own age, wearing a long banyan that came down to her knees. Like you can see in the picture, this girl is wearing a banyan. And it was she who was calling out to him, who was calling him as, "Hey, hey." And then he saw this girl standing behind him in banyan, a very long banyan which came down right up to her knees. Her hair was stiff and brownish, and she had a huge sack on her shoulders. She had a huge sack, like you can see in the picture, a huge kind of bag which rag pickers carry. So she had this bag with her, and her hair was stiff and brownish. Stiff in the sense that she had not washed her hair. You could make out that she had not washed her hair for many days. So it was stiff and brownish, very dirty. She was picking up dirty plastic cups from the floor and stuffing them into her sack. He saw that she was picking up plastic cups from the ground, from the floor, and stuffing them means putting them. Stuffing, her bag was already full. She was trying to stuff more and more cups, plastic cups, into her bag. So this action shows that she was a rag picker. Like I told you yesterday, a rag picker is a person who picks up things from the garbage. And this girl was stuffing all the plastic cups into her sack. Sack means a bag. "Why is she calling me?" thought Velu. "And why is a girl wearing a banyan?" So he thought, these thoughts ran through his mind. He thought to himself, why is she calling me? She doesn't know me. Then why is she calling me? Thought Velu. And why is a girl wearing a banyan? He was thinking, why is a girl wearing a banyan? Banyan is meant for boys. So he thought, no need to stare stupidly. What's your name? She asked him. She said, why are you staring? Why are you looking at me so stupidly like you don't know anything? And what's your name? She asked. Velu, muttered Velu, looking away. Velu said, my name is Velu. And he looked away from her face. He stopped looking at her because she said to him, why are you looking at me? Why are you staring at me? Yes? So he looked away. So, Mr. Velu, said the girl, looking at his bundle, run away from home? She knew. Seeing Velu's condition, she knew that this boy has run away from home. So then she said, oh, so Mr. Velu. She was teasing him. By calling him Mr. Velu, she was teasing him. And looking at the bundle, she said, oh, you ran away from home, huh? She asked him. Velu didn't answer. So was this true or false? Was she right in thinking that he ran away from home? Absolutely, she was absolutely right. So Velu had no answer for her. He didn't want to tell some strange girl what he had done. He thought, why should I tell her? I don't know her. So why should I tell her where or why I am sitting here? He had run away because he couldn't stand his father beating him for one more day. So now we come to know why this boy Velu has run away from home, and he has come away so far away, walking for one day up to Kannur, and then from Kannur taking a train and coming up to Chennai. So now we come to know, and the reason is because his father used to beat him up, and he thought to himself that he could not stand the beating for a single day more. His father would snatch away all the money Velu and his sisters earned and spend it on drink. His father was a very bad man, so he would take away whatever money Velu and his sisters would earn. He would take away. Maybe he was going through some sort of child labor or working somewhere in some factory or in some shop. So whatever money he earned, his father would snatch away, take away from him and his sisters. So his sisters also were working. Maybe they were all very, very young. And his father would take away all their money and he would go and drink up or spend it on drinks. Don't think I don't know. This place is full of children like you. So what are you going to do here? Become rich? And the girl said, don't think I don't know. I know. This place is full of children like you. All children who run away from home, they come here. So what are you going to do? You want to become rich? She asked him. She sat down next to him. Velu shifted away slightly. She sat down on the bench next to Velu, and Velu moved away a little bit. He moved. Slightly means very little bit. He moved away. He felt hunger pinching him and pressed his stomach with a grimace. Grimace means he made a face because he was feeling very, very hungry, and his stomach also maybe was growling. Hungry? Asked the girl. The girl knew exactly what was going through Velu. So how do you think she knows? Maybe she also has gone through the same thing. And she asked him, hungry? You won't get food by sitting here glumly making faces. I can find some if you want. She said, you will not find food sitting here. You will have to go and look for the food. By making sad faces and sitting gloomily, you will not get food. If you want, I will go and look for some food for you. She picked up her snack and started to walk away. Velu stayed on the bench. She picked up her bag and she began to walk away. And Velu continued sitting on the bench. What should he do? He was thinking, he was confused what to do. What should he do? Should he follow this girl? Where was she going to take him? So he wasn't sure because this girl was still a stranger to him. He didn't know who she was. And he was thinking what to do. Should I go with her? I don't know where she is going. I don't know where she will take me. She was disappearing into the crowd, so he had to make up his mind. And while these thoughts were going through his mind, this girl was already walking away. And she was quickly disappearing into the crowd. Remember, there was a big crowd at the station. She was disappearing and he had not yet made up his mind. So he had to think very, very fast what he should do. All right, he decided. Anyway, I have no idea where to go. He jumped up and ran after her. She wasn't even looking back to see where he was. So he had suddenly decided that I have nowhere else to go. I don't know anybody. I might as well follow this girl. And so he jumped up and he ran after her. And this girl was so confident that he would follow her. She didn't even look back even once. And she continued walking. So that's your story. So now this Velu and this girl have met on the station, and this girl is willing to help her. Okay. So on this page we have some comprehension check. Some 5 questions are there. Please do this for homework. Velu, number 1. Velu stood on the platform, but he felt as he was still on a moving train. Why? Why did he feel he was in a moving train? Because he was traveling for long in the train. Because he was traveling for long in the train. What made him feel miserable? Why did he feel so terrible? What made him feel so miserable? Because he did not know what to do, as he had run away from home and he had come to a new place. So you can write this in your own words. Velu travelled without a ticket. Why? Because he had no money to buy a ticket, isn't it? How did he escape the ticket collector's attention? Because the ticket collector did not even come to his compartment. He did not even come there. Why had Velu run away from home? This answer you will find on page 9. Why did he run away from home? Because his father was beating him up a lot and he could not stand the beating for a single day more. Why did he decide to follow the strange girl? Strange is given in inverted commas. So why did he decide to follow her? Because he had no idea where to go. This is your homework. These 5 questions you will do for homework. Okay? And I'm giving you some words, the meanings of which you will find. I hope yesterday's work you have done. Continue writing these 5 questions. On top you must mention comprehension check and the date. Write the objectives, the word meanings, question answers of yesterday and this. Bye.